time for during this today's meeting, I want to share frankly and freely share about our peace activity.
This kind of works or discussions open the door to understand each other. So we normally do our works within our community, so within our religion, but very rare that we meet each other and we discuss one topic from different angles, from different religious perspectives. It is not very often that we do. We don't have a forum that we can meet each other and share our knowledge and experiences. So in that way, I think it's a great job. So without any the boundaries or without any discrimination, so you can gather people and you can gather even religious leaders, so then have discussions and also have an aim, certain aim that we are going to reach, and not just discussed and then finish and go home, but to have aim is very important, target. So our target is to being together, although there are many religious teachings, many religious perspectives for one theme or one question or problem. So how to find a certain solution, a conclusion which everybody can agree. So these things, there are not many organizations and not many people who are engaging with these things, who are working for that. So that is why I think this is a great job. So
in Norway, there are also some interfaith dialogue.
Yeah, so we have such meetings, but sometimes I feel that there are no achievements, where we come after certain discussions. That is good that we get introduced each other and we get to know each other, but it is not enough. But I think there should be some kind of result. So outcomes, what are the consequences after meeting, what can we do, how to reach the people in different faiths and different religions, so how they feel about other religions. Sometimes when we meet we can feel that because of they don't know much about other religions, and then it can create problems.
Do you think there's some difference between the two dialogue, HWPL and STL?
Online discussion and dialogue is different. So we can share only the opinions or the teachings. Different religions has teachings on different topics. So we can share this knowledge. But personal meeting is something different. And that is the different I see between these two dialogues. But however, you are doing a great job because you are far away and try to connect the people who are not near.
What kind of topic STL's dialogue deal with? Tell me some about that, please.
Yes.
About some topics.
Yeah, they have actually different topics. This kind of a multicultural society, sometimes multi-religious society. How to deal with different problems, sometimes circumstances that arise in the society. How to deal with these things. So yes. In that way, so in a multicultural and multi-religious society, how to find solutions or how to live together. So these kind of topics take some time.
I think Norway has more multicultural and more ethnic there are many religions, I think, in Norway. And comparing other country, Norway has a special interfaith dialogue like STL. And I think there are many religious study person.
Yeah, that's right. The education and also, although it's a not big population, only 5 million, but still they have research works, many research works and many such kind of organizations who are dealing with interfaith dialogue and these kind of discussions.
I heard that Buddhism also have many denominations. So your Buddhism is belong to what denomination or something else? Can you tell me about it?
Yes, actually there are two schools in Buddhism. So we call it is Mahayana Buddhism and Theravada Buddhism. I belong to the Theravada Buddhism. Actually, there are no.
Theravada.
Yes, that's right. Yes. But when you ask about the differences, there are not major differences in the teaching, but you can find or can see the differences in culture and rituals. There are some differences because different countries, so they have their own way of doing things, like rituals or the other performances. So actually the cultural differences are the more that you can see. But when it is about teaching, the Buddha's teaching, the basic principles, so there are no big differences. So everybody agree with the target or the goal of the religion, the Buddhism. So we have the same goal, and then also the path also to the goal is the same. So, but there can be different methods, practicing meditation and other rituals. So there can be differences, but still we are working for the same goal. I mean the inner peace and harmony. So these kind of things are same to the all schools in Buddhism.
There any difference between Tibetan Buddhism and normal Theravada Buddhism?
Yes, actually, again, when we compare, the teaching is the same, but there are some different methods of practicing, like meditation, and also the rituals can be changed. You can see the differences, but the teaching is the same. And they have sometimes the texts can be different because of the language, and there are some texts that developed, improved afterwards. But in Theravada traditions, we have the text that we use from the beginning. But sometimes there are commentaries and some explanations are there. So these things are different from country to country, from school to school, Buddhist school.
Then what scripture normally do you read? For example, in previous Wapopis, I heard a certain scripture name from your speech, but I forgot it.
Okay.
Dhammapada.
Dhammapada.
Yes.
It is a book actually. It's a book which belongs to the Buddhist scriptures. So
is it main scripture of Buddhism?
Yes, we have many books, around 40 to 50 books. All the books together we call Tripitaka. So that book which I mentioned about the purity and the impurity of a person depend on entirely on himself or herself, is a verse in Dhammapada book. So this Dhammapada book is translated to many different languages actually. You can say it is a handbook of a Buddhist. A Buddhist can have all the time that book. It is like a Bible for the Buddhists.
Yeah. Through holding various WAPOPs,
Yeah.
I felt that Buddhism emphasizes on, especially on mind and consciousness of a human.
Yeah.
So it was very excitable for me.
Yeah.
So yes, our future dialogue will be. I am very look forward to about that.
Yeah.
So
That's
yes.
true. The mind is the forerunner. The mind
Yes.
is the key person who control
Yes.
everything. You know, that is why Buddhism focus on the mind much more.
Yes.
And mind made all thing, everything is mind made,
Yes.
and we also made by mind.
I felt that some of Buddhism also explaining about
Yeah.
psychology and something like that of human. So it was very interesting for me.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
yes.
And there are also teachings which help a person to improve the household life, develop household life, like economy, how to manage one's own economy, the life. There are teachings actually. Sometimes we haven't touched, we haven't opened these kind of teachings also. There, how to rule a country, like which kind of rules, principles can have a ruler in the country. So there are also that part, but mainly we focus on this, as you mentioned, the psychological part of the human life. The human being is a person who can improve and develop and do many things. You know? So that is why it is important to consider and concentrate on the mind, that people can use it in the proper way. So,
Yes.
yeah.